Oh, yeah, that's wonderful. Oh, hey, how are you? Sean here. Oh, dumb guy DIY with a boneheaded episode for you. Mowed my grass a couple times this year already. It's really beautiful outside. So I mowed it for the second time yesterday. And as you can see, pulled my weed trimmer out of storage. I forgot to do something. Let me show you what that is. Something here you guys might recognize. Yeah, it's been right in my cabinet the whole time, through the whole winter. Has my 2-season-old Echo weed trimmer. Thing's badass when it works. It's not working now, as you can see. Yeah, so I forgot to store it properly. All you do is put a little bit of this in your fuel. Yeah, Bob's your uncle. So it stabilizes it for storage. Awesome. Anyway, so now what I get to do is figure out what the hell's going on. I already know. The fuel has gotten a little funky. I primed it. I choked. Turned the choke on. Didn't even act like it wanted to fire, so it's probably not getting any fuel. Turned the choke off. Opened her up. Yeah, you know, perfect. More dumb crap from your guy Sean. And this is the perfect channel for it. So, idiot here is going to go ahead and try to tear into this just a little bit. Shouldn't take much. So, carburetors on these are a piece of cake. We'll dig into that. And so maybe if you had the same problem, you can get yours running the same way I've got to get mine running. So, carburetor's right here. I think it's just got a load of stinky fuel in it. So we'll pull off the air cleaner, clean that filter out a little bit. It's probably gross. Pull the carb out of there. I'm just going to spray the hell out of it. I'm not going to do any disassembly. Just going to drain all the fuel, spray the hell out of that carb, maybe clean the spark plug, and then go from there. So follow along. Maybe this is an episode where I can teach you something instead of not how to do something, maybe how to do something. So I also have an Echo leaf blower that I didn't store correctly either. So that's nice. This is going to be great. I took a quick little run up to the parts store to grab a new spark plug for this trimmer. The old one didn't look too bad. I don't know if you can get a good look at that, but it's a 2-stroke, so it's gonna be a little bit dark. But I figured while I was there I would grab one. I'm just gonna say, holy crap, have things gotten expensive. I remember when these plugs were like $1.60, $1.80, and that was not that long ago. It was $5 for this. $5 for a basic resistor plug for, I don't even know if it's a resistor plug, for a trimmer. And I picked up some carb cleaner. And I'll just give you a list of things that if you're going to take on this job that you should have handy. So, of course, like maybe some screwdrivers. I got a flat and a Phillips. Got a socket here to get the spark plug out. A big hammer. And when you get frustrated and you just smash the shit out of this thing when it doesn't start, you never know. Blowtorch, why not? A little impact. What the hell? So, I think what we're going to do now is I'm just going to take this apart. I'm just going to pop the carburetor off. I already took the air filter off. And the air filter looks surprisingly spotless. So, evidently I didn't use it that much. Which makes me even more upset that it doesn't run, but it's on me because I didn't store it right. So I'm just going to pop this well, actually, let me do something else first. This still has a bunch of gas in it from last season, so I'm going to dump it out in this little cup here, and then we're gonna see how that looks, and then we'll put some fresh in here. Even though this looks pretty good actually. Oh no, it doesn't. All right, I'm gonna whiff on it and see if it smells. It already does smell. Yeah, it smells a little varnishy. There's a lot of crap floating in there. Yeah, it is pre-mix, so for those of you who aren't familiar, that's where you mix your oil and you mix your oils and your fuel together before you dump it in the tank. And you know, since I like high performance, I use a Redline 2-stroke racing oil in my stuff. But yeah, that yeah, she's a bit rank, guys. So let's put that cap back on for now. We're gonna pop this carburetor out of here. Oh, one more thing that you should probably have when you're doing this. I like the old box of rags. This thing's gonna barf a bunch of fuel out onto this table when I take the carb off, so put a couple rags under it just to make cleanup a little easier. Take the screws out. This particular one uses Torx. This one, if you got an Echo, it's T27. So this is just, the outer section is the choke. Yeah, it looks pretty clean, I'm just gonna say. So all I'm gonna do is probably, I'm just gonna take all these lines off and just blow them out. I'm gonna blow out the carb and I'm gonna put it back together and send it. Whatever. So this is a newer trimmer. Like I said, we've only had it for a couple of years. So I'm just gonna basically blow back through the fuel lines and clean those, and then I'm gonna blow some cleaner through. Just be careful doing this because you're gonna mace yourself if you're not careful. So, and this will all end up in your tank, hopefully. Interesting. Okay. And I'm gonna flip the carb over, and where the lines go into the carb, I'm gonna blow that out, or as much as I can out. Ugh. Mouthful. Should have eye protection on. Kind of my thing. Obviously not this time. So I'm just gonna blast the shit out of everything in here. Hit the throttle. Get that all clear. Got some gook on the unit itself. Why not? Spray that off. Sure. Yeah, coat your hand in parts cleaner. That's what you want to do as well. That's about the extent of my high-end rebuild of this trimmer. And put the lines back on. Put everything back together and send it. Dry that off. Yeah. Nothing too high-tech about these things. It's like you got fuel, you got spark. That's it. Done. So, and if for some reason yours needs if for some reason yours ends up needing a carburetor, I looked my carburetor up on the Amazonian website, and it is $29, I think it said. Something like that, 26 or 29, or so it's not crazy money, and it beats the hell out of replacing a trimmer, because when I bought this trimmer a couple of years ago, it was $189. It was I thought that was nuts. So I looked this morning to see how much a new trimmer was, because when I couldn't get it started, I got pissed. And I was like, you know what, screw that. I'm just going to buy another trimmer and beat the crap out of this with a baseball bat, because I don't know. And then I remembered, hey dummy, you never treated the fuel, so that 2-stroke sat in this thing and just got all funky. I could, you know, it stinks. The fuel I took out of here is probably the reason why this thing's not running. And there's only one person to blame for that. This guy. So I'm gonna put this back together. I'm gonna mix some new two-strokes, some fresh, and we're going to go ahead and see what happens. So give me just a second. She's all back together already. It's that simple. New plug, kind of sprayed out everything else. I'm gonna dump out the carbon whatever choke cleaner that got into the fuel tank just now. I'm gonna dump that out. Gonna mix up some fresh fuel and we'll see what happens. Be back in a sec. So I got the crap dumped out from spraying out the carb and the lines. I got some semi-fresh two-stroke put in this thing. So let me just give it a couple of pulls here. For real. I mean, that's magic. You saw in the beginning of the video it had no life at all. And now it doesn't. Shit. Okay, I'll let this warm up a second. It's already better than it was. It didn't run at all. Yes. So, that's one. Let me just move this stuff because now I've got another. Yes, probably don't want that here. Put this over here. So, I've got this. I pulled out of the rafters. Of course, hasn't run since last year. Hoping to not have to do anything to it. So, come on. Oh, yes. Shit. Come on, baby. Oh, yes. That's a good feeling. Didn't have to do anything to that one. Probably has a nasty air filter, though. I don't know how I'm going to move the other stuff, but this is my pressure washer. 4-stroke. Hopefully it's going to be a little bit more friendly than my 2-strokes. So, let's see. That fuel's from last year. I literally did not I did not treat any of the fuel in any of my stuff. So whatever happens, I deserve, right? I did have to replace the pump. This is before I started this channel. This is a Predator pressure washer. Kind of lucked into this. I got it for free a few years ago. It's been awesome. So, but the pump did fail on it last year. I was pressure washing my driveway and it took a shit. So I did the right thing and got a pump that was rated for another like 800 PSI or something. And whoo, does she get after it. But if it doesn't start, it doesn't mean a damn thing, right? Oh boy. This isn't good. Let me just check here. Okay, start. And yes, that was on. Oh, celebrated too soon there. for too long without the water hooked up to that pump. Super proud moment. All 3 of these started. Little coaxing on the weed trimmer, cleaned the carb, cleaned out the tank, put in fresh fuel, new spark plug, my lead blower, fired right up. That thing was sweet. Same thing with my pressure washer. I thought I was gonna have a shitload of work to do on these. I got lucky. So that just goes to show, I don't know where I put it. I think I threw it back here. Yes, I did. Store your small engine stuff accordingly. Obviously, my GoPro doesn't want me to celebrate this moment. It keeps shutting off every 45 or 50 seconds when I have a full battery and like 4 hours left on my memory card. So GoPro, you can suck a fatty. I'm just going to say that. Sorry if that offends you guys. I hope it offends GoPro, because this GoPro 12 is trash. So anyway, on that rant, everything runs. Persistence, a few dollars, and you won't have to throw away your stuff and start over. Do what I did. Try it out and see what happens. It only cost me $9 to get my trimmer going. Guys, thanks for coming. Please like, share, and subscribe to Dumb Guy DIY. I actually had a successful video this time. Could get used to this. Anyway, like, share, subscribe, comment. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time. And remember, measure once, cut twice. I think that's how it goes. Either way, we'll get it done. See ya.